With early access just days away, I'll be covering everything in this video you need to know going into the launch of Wayfinder. I'll be leaving timestamps down below to make it easier to find the information you are most looking for. Whether you only recently found out about Wayfinder and don't know much about it, or you've known about it and haven't really bothered to look into it, Wayfinder is a free-to-play character-based action MMO set for early access on PlayStation 5 and PC on August 15th. If you're like me and from Australia, the game will be releasing August 16th, roughly between 1 AM and 3 AM, depending on where you are. That's what I've gotten from other OCE Asia players. But the game will be fully releasing in late 2023 for the rest of the consoles, and will be fully supporting crossplay, which everyone loves. But the game is being developed by Airship Syndicate, who is also behind Darksiders Genesis, Battle Chasers, and Ruined King, which I believe is the League of Legends game, if I'm not mistaken. You'll be starting off playing one of the three heroes, either Wingrave, Silo, or Nis, and you'll unlock the other remaining characters throughout your time playing. If you want to help me out, it would be greatly appreciated, but I do also have the spotlights for each of the characters. Heroic Kairos does come from the Founders Pack, the big one, I believe it's called the Exalted. Venomous does come from the Reward Tower, which I will go into a little bit later, but the others you'll get through the game by collecting certain materials that you need for them, so they're a little bit easier to get. I believe Heroic Kairos can only be got in the Exalted Founders Pack. I don't think you can actually unlock him in game, so just give a heads up to that. But there is a little bit more. I have found out a little bit more about him, but I'll leave that for another time. But anyway, each character has their own unique playstyle and abilities, and they all harness their own power to defend against the enemies that are out to destroy their world. While playing, you'll be able to fully customize your adventure, which will make each adventure you have a unique experience. Players can explore dungeons, battle enemies, hunt beasts, and gather crafting materials for weapons, housing, augments, and more. Obtaining these things is incredibly important for strengthening your character and pushing back the hostile forces in the game, the Gloom. Okay, quickly, I'm just going to throw this in there just in case you guys are interested or wondering, but I will leave a picture up on the screen of this. But we do have the supporting languages for the early access. We do have English, French, Germany, Japanese, Spanish, Latin America, Korean, Portuguese, Brazil, traditional Chinese, and Spanish Spain. They are all in interface, subtitles, and audio. Unfortunately, we do have Italian and Polish only in interface and subtitles, so they will be getting no audio. If you are someone who doesn't want to wait for Wayfinder to go free to play and want to join in on the fun and chaos during the early access, you will be required to purchase one of the 4 Founders Packs, which I will go over each of them separately, letting you know what you unlock when you get that pack. Okay, starting off with the cheapest pack, we have Base Pack. It does say $23, but that is Australian. I will leave up on the screen what it is in USD, but it is $20 for USD. With this, you do get the paid Founders Season 1 Reward Tower with Venomous. You get the free Founders Season 2 Reward Tower with a new hero, which to me that looks like Wingrave. I know it's not Wingrave, I know it's just a whole new thing in general. I'm curious what this character is, but note, access to the active season's reward tower will be disabled at season's end with the free reward tower tier. Once you've purchased it, it's with you forever. Like, you could purchase the season 1, come back in like a year's time and you would still have it. But keep in mind, it only works if you've purchased it. Like, if you haven't purchased Season 2 and we move on to Season 3, Season 4 or something, you will not have Season 2. So as long as you haven't purchased, you will keep it. But I'll mention that again later. We do get 500 Rune Silver, get the Founders Flag Profile Background, Founders Glyph Pack, and you get an additional item of Wayfinder Title and Profile Glyph. Jumping over to the second pack, we have the Initiate Pack, which is the second smallest. It is $56 in USD. It is $50. It does come with a few extra things. It does give, keep in mind, it does give you everything that was in the base pack. But we do get a Charger's Sickle Sword and Shield skin, a Storm Song Dual-Wield Dagger skin, and an Arc Bolt Rifle skin, which these weapons look really cool, by the way. You get one free Wayfinder token, which I personally would think just keep these, the Wayfinder tokens, because you can get the characters through grinding in the game. I mean, if you're not someone that likes taking their time and just wants to rush through everything, by all means, use it. But I would grind for the first couple and then maybe save these for like a hero down the line that could be like really cool or something and you want it. If you want to use it, by all means, go ahead. You do get some Founders die sets, blue, yellow, and white. And then obviously you get the Season 1, Season 2. You do get double the rune silver though. You go from 500 to 1,000. The Founder's Flag, same thing, all that. You do get the extra additional title of Original Title and Profile Glyph. Alrighty, up third we have the Awakened pack, which is $100 for Australian, is $90 for USD. But moving down, we do have the Rim Hunter Cub Housing Pet. Keep in mind, as of the start of early access, the pets are only restricted to your housing. You can't actually have them follow you. I really do love the design of it, by the way. It looks adorable. But later on down the line, they will make it so they can leave and follow you outside your house. We do have the Highlands Strider Mount and Saddle. Again, really cool looking mount. Playable later in 2023, so it won't be available at launch. We do have the Founder's Housing decoration set. Again, really cool design looking. I don't know. I think it's just the gold really brings out those items. Then obviously you get the sickle, you get the dagger, the crossbow, rifle skin, whatever you want to call it. You do get 2 free Wayfinder tokens. Again, I'll stand by what I say. I would just keep them for later date, but if you want to use them, by all means, go ahead. You do get 2,250 rune silver, which again is double from second pack and a lot more than the first pack. And then you do get the additional title along with the other 2 of crew member, title and profile glyph. And up last, we have the Exalted pack, which is, again, Australian, is 166. In USD, it is 150. Moving down, this is Heroic Kairos. You do only get him from the Exalted pack. Again, I'm not 100% sure if you can get him through actually just in-game means. I don't think you can. But I do apologize, I'm not 100% certain on that one. You do get his Ascended style set. Epitaph, signature weapon, and his Exalted die pack. You do get Enchanted Tower Compass, which with a handy account based artifact, climb the reward tower faster with a permanent reward tower boost. I believe that stays with you permanently. I don't think it's just for season 1. I think it just stays with you through all of them. But we do get some really cool skins for Wingrave, Knight of the Throne style set. We get Nish Shadow Nation style set, and we get Silo the Fire Starter style set. I'm on the fence with Silo. I mean, maybe it's just the character in general. His thing is okay, but I love Nissa's, and Wingrave's one just looks absolutely insane as well. And then again, you get everything from the other packs. So you get the pet, the mount, the stuff, the weapons. You do get 3 Wayfinder tokens, and you do get 4,200 rune silver. So you do get quite a bit more. And then you get the additional title along with all the other 3 is Precursor Title and Profile Glyph. Okay, jumping over to the reward tower, we do have 3 different tiers. We have the free reward tower, access to one of the 4 components in the reward tower that are required to summon Venomous. Remaining components can be earned through other in-game activities. Access to 25 items in the reward tower, and unclaimed reward tower items cannot be earned after the season concludes. And we have the second one, which is the paid reward tower. Access to all 4 components in the reward tower that are required to summon Venomous. Access to all 100 items in the reward tower. Unclaimed reward tower items can and still be earned after the season concludes. And then we have the premium reward tower, which is a lot more text. Instant access to Venomous plus a bonus season exclusive style. Instant access to a signature weapon, Nightshade. Collect components from the reward tower to increase her max power. Access to all 100 items in the reward tower. 20 bonus reward tower keys to get a head start on unlocking rewards. And unclaimed reward tower items can and still be earned after the season concludes. Each season will come with its own tower, and it has been confirmed that each new reward tower will include a new Wayfinder that will be introduced during that season. It was implemented so that players don't have to decide whether or not they want to purchase the reward tower or purchase the Wayfinder. As I mentioned before, it has also been confirmed that the reward tower will not expire, but only after you've purchased it. If you purchased it and you take a break for maybe a couple of months or maybe a week, a year, and come back, it will still be there for you to come back and complete it at a later date. But let's say you take a break and you maybe skip like maybe a season or 2 and come back and you never purchase them, you will not be able to return to that. So if this is a game that you think you'll come back to, you might as well just purchase it. I don't actually know how much it actually costs to purchase one of the reward towers, but again, If you miss it, you might miss the hero. I don't know if you'll be able to get them within like in-game means like the rest of the heroes. I'm sure you would be able to, but just head up if there's like extra stuff you want from it, just keep in mind you might want to purchase it. I will add, there are some adventure elements to the system as well. For example, as you progress, you may discover a switch that you can flip that's next to one of the nodes you unlock that will drop a gate and let you proceed into a new direction, or possibly even reveal a secret. I'll probably, when the game releases, I probably will make a more in-depth guide to the Season 1 Battle Pass. I'll let you guys know everything that there is in there to get, and then you guys can make your decision on that, whether you think it's worth getting it, or maybe you just want to get it for the hero. I'll let you guys know. Okay, coming to the end of this video, there are a couple more things I want to quickly throw in here. There's a few in-game things that I just want to mention. I'll make a video later on, once maybe like a week after the game's actually released, just so I can learn a bit more of it, get everything I can about it, and I'll make a video going more in depth about it. But I do quickly want to cover the weapons. The original source I got was actually false, so I actually made a little bit of a false during the spotlight. But with the weapons, one thing I will say, they can all still use whatever weapon they want, but the little part that I got wrong was each weapon apparently does in fact have its own weapon ability. So again, you could give Wingrave Scythe and he'll have the ability that Kairos had, or you can give him the daggers and you'll get the ability that Nis had. That's, to my understanding, that's what I was told by a few people that corrected me on it, so I do greatly appreciate you guys that have corrected that, because clearly the information I read before was not accurate whatsoever. But we do have quite a few weapons that were spotted in the beta. We do have a sword and shield, a two-handed sword, a two-handed axe, two-handed mace, two-handed scythe, dual-wielding daggers, rifle, railgun, shotgun, and crossbow. I think we've only obviously seen some of them. I don't know what some, like, I don't think we've seen someone with a mace, axe. I know the scythe is Kairos. So it'll be interesting to see what some of their abilities will be. I will have a more in-depth guide to this subject at a later date, but during your playtime of Wayfinder, you will encounter things called expeditions, which are essentially your dungeons you would find in any other MMO. These are essential to the core gameplay of Wayfinder. You will use these to progress the story and for leveling up, to farm the bosses for weapons, echoes, and Wayfinder specific parts. These expeditions are called Lost Zones, and the maximum party size for expeditions is currently set to 3. You can run these solo if you choose. I do believe they have announced they will be like bigger dungeons in the future, or expeditions, sorry, which I don't know the limit, but they will have more than 3, whether it goes up to 6, maybe 9, maybe 12. I don't think it'll be that high, but just heads up that they will have bigger ones in the future. The expeditions are randomly generated, which means no 2 expeditions are going to be the same. Each expedition can be modified for different mutations and difficulty levels. While you're in the expedition or lost zone, you will also encounter various puzzles, events, traps, and of course tons of monsters to fight. I'm going to quickly briefly touch up on this subject. I will make a more in-depth guide to it later on once I know a little bit more about it, but the Affinity system in Wayfinder is one of the many ways you can increase your Wayfinder's power. You can access the Affinity menu in the character screen. Once there, you can spend Affinity points in order to gain additional bonuses. You can also gain additional perks by hitting certain Affinity levels. Last thing I want to touch up on quickly just before I end off this video, just like the affinities, I will come back to this a little bit later when I know a little bit more news on it, but the echoes in Wayfinder are items that you can loot from taking down various monsters in the game. These items allow you to increase the power and effect of your current character loadout. All Wayfinder echoes have their own unique bonus and attributes. Your character, weapon, and accessories all have a specified number of echo slots available that you can use to equip the echoes that you have collected. But yeah, I'll go into this a little bit later when I know a little bit more, have a more in-depth guide to the echoes, explain them, and so on, so on, so on. But anyway, that being said, that is going to do it for this video. I do hope it gave you everything you need to know. Inside, if I missed anything, I do apologize. Leave a comment down below. If I did, I'll make a video on it. I hope it helped you decide if you want to play this game or not. But yeah, I'll be back again next time. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell, know when the videos go live. It really does help out that channel. Stay up to date. I'm going to give you all the new news there is on Wayfinder as it comes out. and I'll be back again next time. So until then, take care and peace out.